Hey, this is Andrew Lim inviting you to go out on a limb. Hello from Copenhagen, right in front of their main train station here, Central Station in Copenhagen. Excited because this is my third time here in Copenhagen. Always been a fan of the city. I think it's definitely not as pretty as Stockholm, but it's actually really casual, more international, and food variety is greater here. So needless to say, we're going to go around the city. We're going to eat through Copenhagen. So I'm going to bring you along with me. We'll have some great Danish food. Come go on limb with me. We'll check out Copenhagen together. Folks, before we start, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notify button for new contents that I upload weekly. Thank you. Copenhagen, my third visit here. One of my favorite cities to visit, especially in the summer, because it's just it's filled with energy in the summer and also great food choices. My first choice was this sandwich spot near the main train station, and here you can actually get all kinds of sandwiches, including those looking for vegan options. They actually have it here too. But of course, my favorite sandwich here is very anti-vegan because it's the roast pork sandwich. Yes, it's amazing. And the oven baked chicken sandwich is really good too, but I have to say, roast pork sandwich hands down. So this is the popular pork sandwich. I mean, who doesn't like a sandwich made with Danish free-range pigs, with pickled cucumbers and Danish red cabbage from Samso, which is an area, and some great cream spread. I mean, the skin of the pork was just so delicious. Next is a restaurant run by a husband and wife team called Restaurant Complete. I believe that's the pronunciation. In it, you actually find a painting from the 1800s that I can barely make out what it is, but it's a small restaurant, it's really quaint, and the menu is actually very simple. They have a set menu with 2 or 3 course. 2 course I think is around like $40 and 3 course is around 55, and it's really reasonable. I mean, for Denmark standard or Danish standard. And the food is actually really great. I mean, we had the white and green asparagus with shrimp and lobster foam. First of all, it's really pretty because it's decorated by flowers as well as greens. It's really tasty as well. And I had the braised pork as the entree. It was really tender, the meat, and juicy as well. I think it was actually cooked perfectly. Even the smoked salmon in cream sauce was actually tasty as well. And I had like 1 bite of that. It was really good. And the dessert with berries and vanilla ice cream was really tasty as well. Beautiful, perfect finish to our meal. Next stop is a popular French bistro that has no set menu. Every day the menu changes according to the what's fresh and what they have. And actually, the day that we visited, the menu choices were actually not disappointing at all. We started with a really good Danish wine, not French, but it was really tasty. We had some oysters to start, and the oysters were really fresh. Good thing they were. And some onion tart. I mean, it's really tasty onion tart, classic French dish, as well as some salads to kind of work up our appetite. This is one of the many fish dishes that we ordered, the pike fillet with some mayo. So it's a bit bouillon kind of fare. Some escargot as we were in the French bistro, and it's actually really tasty as well. I think the concept, because the kitchen was actually located so close to us and it's an open kitchen format, it's really great to see the chef preparing our food as we enjoy the food and chat it away, and also our clothing, because of this, smell like the kitchen once we're done with the meal, which is fine. But I wish I had brought Febreze with me, which is an American thing to do, I guess. The second fish dish that we had was a turbo fillet dish, which came with potatoes. The fish itself was actually well grilled and simple preparation, but it was really tasty. Who doesn't love a good plate of French fries? Especially at a French restaurant, although it's essentially American. And one of the two desserts we ordered was also American, which was the key lime pie. Overall, it's a perfect finish to our meal. Speaking of dessert, this is the oldest patisserie in Copenhagen, or in Denmark for that reason. It's been around for 152 years. Glaze, it's been open since 1870 and been serving great pastries to the city. And of course, we had to be here just to check it out. Some people call this a tourist trap, but if you are a sweet tooth or you have sweet tooth and love cakes, this is definitely the place to be, and you won't be disappointed. This is the most popular cake here at Le Glaze. It was actually created way back in 1891 for a theater production called Sportsman, and it's consisted of crushed nougat, whipped cream, a macaroon bottom, as well as caramelized choux pastry. It's really tasty. If you guys are craving for fried chicken sandwich here in Copenhagen, you're in luck because Kulay, which is a simple setup store in Copenhagen, serves a great fried chicken sandwich. And they have this cute little fortune waving chicken thing at the door, and also a menu that's really simple. I mean, either chicken sandwich or mapo tofu sandwich. I mean, the choice is pretty clear. The chicken sandwich itself is really spicy, surprisingly, for a Danish palate, and crunchy with the chicken fillet. I mean, it's really tasty, but at $12 a pop, it's a bit expensive. Bengal is actually one of my favorite Thai places here in Copenhagen. Actually, a very memorable spot for me because the last time I was here was actually about 15 years ago with my mom and sister and aunt. So it's great to come back here to have Thai food, especially when you have traveled in Scandinavia for over a week and missing Asian food. So crispy catfish salad was what the doctor ordered, as well as Chinese broccoli with crispy pork. That's my favorite Thai dish, and sauteed morning glory. This crispy pork is usually the moment of truth for a good Thai restaurant. I have to say, I really needed this Thai meal after, for over a week of not eating Asian food. And the quarter Thai in me was actually screaming for this meal. So it's exactly what I needed. But overall, I think in Copenhagen, you can eat really well. You can eat all kinds of food and can never get disappointed. Such is the great city of Copenhagen with its food variety.